Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to ESN Awards 2021. I would like to welcome our jury here. We are also joined by the representatives of national and local organizations. Hello to all of you behind your screens at your homes, in your houses, or on your ways. We have some people joining from airports. And all of you, my fellow volunteers. Again, welcome to the online ceremony of ESN Awards 2021. Due to the current situation, unfortunately, in the world, international meetings are still not possible, and we cannot meet to celebrate the achievements of our member organizations, congratulate each other, hand out certificates, and spend the time of the year with our friends. Some few words to the project itself, for those who are not that familiar with what ESN Awards are. ESN Awards are a recurring project of ESN that has started already back in 2008 with the aim to recognize and appreciate the work of our local and national organizations. The categories in which the recognition is given have changed over the years quite a lot, and currently we have 14 categories. Those are cooperation, culture, education, employability and environmental sustainability, fundraising, health and well-being, human resources, IT, mobility, social inclusion, training, visibility, and the last category is the Network Award, which is decided through the voting of the local organizations. All the awarded projects contribute to the mission, vision, and values of ESN, and the majority target the exchange students. But some of them, and we should never forget, about our own volunteers. So we, of course, appreciate the projects that target also them. During this year, we have received 254 applications from, in total, 26 countries that have been deeply and closely evaluated. For the first time ever in the history of this project, we are joined by representatives of other organizations who took on the challenging task of evaluating those submissions. We have 7 jury members for this year, and those are from lifelong learning platform Brikena Somagi, that is also joining us here today. Next, we have Jamie Ramakiotti, which is the head of content students events at Times Higher Education. Joachim Fisling, the senior program manager of the European University Foundation. Josipa Friščić, the communication officer at Inclusion Europe. Monika Skadborg, board member of the European Youth Forum. Safi Sabuni, policy and training officer at Eurodesk. And Snezhka Kvatvlik Mihailovic, sorry, the Secretary General at Europa Nostra. I apologize for any mispronunciation. Unfortunately, Jamie from Times Higher Education and Joachim from European University Foundation couldn't join us today. Therefore, the winners of the categories will be announced by Kostis, the president of ESN International, and Sabina, the communication manager of ESN International, on their behalf. Next to them, we are also joined by Jens, Petja, Bianca, Katerina, and Susanna, who are all in positions within ESN closely associated with the fields of work of the submissions that they have been evaluating. And they will also hand out the certificates and announce the winners. However, the evaluation team had few more members that are not here with us today, but we are grateful for all the input and for their work, and everything. Every little work is highly appreciated in these troubling times. But let's move on with the program, so we can all find out who the winners are, and then the first category we have is the mobility, and the speaker for this category is Safi Sabuni, the Policy and Training Officer at Eurodesk. The microphone is yours, Safi.
Thank you, Michal. I'm really happy to be here, and I've read through a lot of great initiatives and projects. And first of all, I just have to applaud you all for doing such a great and fantastic work throughout the pandemic, being very resilient and consistent with your support and your dedications to students. You should really be proud of yourself for all the work that you've done. Today, I'm very happy to present the Mobility Awards. It is a project that has created a very strong name for itself and has become not only a go-to place for students to find useful information, but also a tool for cooperation between ESN, institutions, and different partners. Now, this project has created a very strong online community for everyone involved in student mobility, and it has managed to serve the connections between all of these partners that are involved. I'm happy to say that the Mobility Award goes to Students Experience with Erasmus+, a student community on Facebook by ESN UE Wrocław. Congratulations.
Hello, thank you very much. My name is Dominika, and I'm today here to thank you all on behalf of ESN Poland, to thank you very much for your appreciation of our initiative and the impact it has had on students going abroad from Polish universities. And I just wanted to say that we have created a wonderful community that gathers 14,300 people at this moment. And this Facebook group's aim is to promote basically Erasmus Plus studies and internships among students by webinars from former students, webinars about the rules of going abroad from national agency, posts that gather useful information, for example, about insurance, sending luggage, or some useful tips about the cities. But most of all, by letting each student post and ask questions about their stay concerning every topic that is possible related to their stay abroad or recruitment process. And in my opinion, the group has a huge influence on Polish students' decisions on choosing the university finally and choosing the destination of their Erasmus and preparing for it the best way possible. I would recommend each country and probably even each section to create a group of local students and let them support one another. Because in our opinion, there is nothing more efficient than the help received from former Erasmus and IROS that collaborate with us on both formal and informal ways. And just to sum up, at the end, I just wanted to thank to the group team, Asia, Daria, Kamila, and Kaya for their input in the group. Without these girls, nothing would be possible. So thank you so much. Our communication manager, Ada, for instant help, and also Paulina, Agata, and Anya, who started the idea of the group and the work on its development in the previous years. And of course, big thanks goes to all of the people who helped in writing this application. Thank you, everybody. You are amazing. And just to sum up, everybody wants to go on Erasmus, just some of them don't know it yet, and it is our opportunity to help them. Thank you very much for this award.
Thank you, Dominika, for a very nice introduction of your projects. I believe everyone watching us today can take something back to their own countries. But you are also probably wondering who was the second and third place. So now let's find out if this would work. Yep, the second place in the category of mobility goes to podcast Destino Erasmus organized by ESN Santiago de Compostela. The third place goes to Blog Erasmus by ESN UEK Krakow. And we also have two honorable mentions, Erasmus Monitor from ESN Italy and the Survival Guide Outgoing from ESN Portugal. So congratulations to all of you awarded in the mobility category. Let's move on to culture. Culture will be announced by Snezhka from Europa Nostra. The microphone is yours, Snezhka.
Thank you, Michal. Warm greetings to all of you from The Hague in the Netherlands. It is an immense honor and pleasure for me as Secretary General of Europa Nostra to join you. I don't have such often the opportunity to be in a company of so many extraordinary young Europeans. And thank you to the Erasmus Student Network for inviting Europa Nostra, the European voice of cultural civil society committed to cultural heritage, to be a partner, and for me to be the jury member that had the responsibility, huge responsibility, to decide on the award, the Culture Award, the category of culture, which rewards the most impactful initiative fostering intercultural competence and understanding. We deeply believe that this is an extremely important competence for anybody in this world, in Europe, but the young generation in particular. And we really look forward as Europa Nostra to work further with you in promoting the value of culture within and the action for culture and cultural heritage within the Erasmus Student Network. We got a large number of applications in that category, very diverse, very imaginative, so the quality was high. I would say that all of them would have deserved to get an award, but you know, what can you do? You have to make a choice. Somebody has to be the winner. And so just to keep the suspense, I'll say a few things, you know, about the winner without disclosing which is the winner. So why we thought it deserved to be the number one, the top, on the top sort of ladder or the hierarchy of all these initiatives. First of all, because, you know, going somewhere in a different country, it's always a rather daunting task. When you arrive, you are a little bit outside of your normal life. You have to discover so much about the place where you are and also about the culture of all the other people who are with you sharing that place. But in the time of the pandemic, this is a particularly difficult task. So, of course, this project has done its best to sort of overcome the difficulties of being separated physically apart, to use the digital technology to boost and to become closer together by learning about each other, the culture and cultural heritage from the various countries that they all brought into the network and the experience, the time together. And of course, learning about the cultural heritage, also the place that they came together. And that place is in a city not very far from the city where I was born. You don't know where I was born, so it doesn't help you so much. But I'm particularly happy because of that links. And there was also, I mean, a lot of learning but a lot of joy, because they also introduce quizzes. So there was a fun element in this way of learning about each other's cultural heritage, which is in fact the shared cultural heritage of Europe, of all of us together. So the winner is Present Your Country, Home Edition by ESN Timișoara, Romania. So congratulations to this wonderful project, and to all of you who have made this initiative a reality. Do we have the winner? Do we have the winner who will take the floor?
They should
Yes.
be here.
Hello.
Ah,
Hello.
voilà,
I'm
Miruna. Hello.
Yeah, it's me. I am Miruna, and I would like to start by thanking you for the kind words that you have told about our project. I can see that you noticed that we put our heart in it in order to promote culture both in our local community and abroad, as ESN is supposed to do. I also want to thank the jury and our local and international students that involved and created this initiative together. Because at the beginning of the pandemic, it was quite difficult for all of us, as we could see, to be involved. And I think that ESN Timișoara really managed to find a way of promoting culture by combining the work of the volunteers and of the Erasmus students. It was really nice to work together in order to promote their cultures. And we could really notice how diverse we are, and how this diversity actually brings us together and helps us to create something even more beautiful, a European community. Furthermore, it was very nice for us because usually we also organize Present Your Country physically. But by organizing it online, we could really engage other communities, like I have previously said, in quizzes, and they could also notice how the volunteers and the international students work together to cook dishes. So even if they couldn't really taste, they could get a sip of taste from the photos that they have noticed. Once again, I want to thank you all for appreciating our initiative, for promoting it, and for allowing us to improve the society to international students. Thank you.
Thank you, Miruna, and thank you for demonstrating that diversity is not a threat. Diversity, cultural diversity, is richness, and it's also fun. So congratulations,
exactly.
And I hope to come to Timișoara. Now I can tell you where I was born. I was born in Belgrade, not very far from Timișoara, and I hope to come and meet you one day. Let's stay in touch.
Great, we will be waiting for you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miruna and Snezhka, for an amazing introduction to the winning project. Now let's see who the second and third place are. So on the second place, we have the gastronomics organized by ESN Toulouse. The third place is taken by World Conversations by ESN Évora. And we are also having two honorable mentions in this category. Home Not Alone, but ESN Ujaj Krakow, and Cultural Cafe by ESN Freiburg. So congratulations to all from the category of culture. The next category is employability, and that one will be announced by Brikena from Lifelong Learning Platform. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Michael. And good afternoon to everyone. I'm really honored to be representing here the Lifelong Learning Platform. And obviously, I was very honored to be part of the jury, very amazing jury. And I had the pleasure to go through all the projects and different activities that fall under this category. And I was really impressed by the quality, innovation, and then the very good ideas that you all had. So as Snega said, I mean, for me, you were all winners. And unfortunately, we always have to choose. That is very difficult. But indeed, I was really inspired by all the different submissions. And I have to say that all of you did a great job. So congratulations to everyone. But as I had to indeed choose one of you as the winner of this category, I was indeed mostly impressed by the project that focused on skills and trainings for young undergraduates to help them enter into the labor market, and by focusing on those skills that we often forget, but that are very crucial for local and international students, which are transversal skills. And in these times of pandemics, I also I appreciated the fact that the project tackled upon self-confidence, because indeed we are living in times of very difficult well-being mentally and physically, and I think self-confidence is very important. And I would like to announce the winner of this category, being the project with the name Next Step. And that is ESN KAG from Turkey. So congratulations to you.
Hello, dear everyone. I am Özge from ESN University. First of all, I appreciated all the precious words you just said. It's an honor to be here with you, and on behalf of ESN, it was an honor to implement this project with undergraduates and try to improve their self-confidence, motivation, stress management, and job-related skills, digital skills. It was an honor, and well, I would like to explain it briefly. And let me start with a short story you may be familiar. It's called Starfish Story. And in this story, there is a woman on beach, and the woman throws the starfish back into the sea. Some stranger asks her that why is she doing this? Nothing changed. There are miles and miles of beach and hundreds of starfish. It doesn't make a change for the stranger, but that woman knows that she made a difference, and this story and our story trying to make a difference. But we are stronger as ESNers, because once we throw that starfish back into the sea, we make sure that that starfish will be able to also help others as well. So with this project, we focused on undergraduates, and we know that with this, in the future, they will be also able to help others to create the ideal future, our dream future. And I'm not just wishing it or guessing it. Actually, during the process, we saw it. Our participants' Next Step project was the first step of their future projects, and actually we had chance to be witness of it, and we are so happy to see these results after our project. Also, this year with Next Step project, last year with Camp of Future and Awareness of Disability, our vision was always the same: building the ideal future for society and trying to improve our future. So it's so nice to see that difference now. I would like to I would love to thank our partners who put efforts from day one to the end. New generation digital education platform Yönder'le, and to Innovative Human Resources Association Yinkader, and also our board members, especially Şeyma and Perihan. We can't do this if we don't do this all together. I mean, and lastly, our participants who make the project vulnerable. And thank you so much to you for organizing this shiny ceremony. You feed our motivation to move forward, and that's so nice to be here with you. Have a great event, and thank you for inviting us.
Thank you. Thank you very much, and for nice introduction of your project, and also
well done.
an interesting story. Yes, indeed. Well done.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that it's very inspiring to see lifelong learners. So that's exactly why all these applications were all about. So keep going. Life is ahead, and learning, it's something that empowers people. So it's very good.
Thank you. Let's see who the second and third place have been assigned to. So the second place goes to the first step in career planning, organized by ESN IASI. The third is going to cooperation with Talent Portugal, organized by ESN Portugal. And we have an honorable mention as well in this category, and that goes to Restart in Europe by ESN Teramo. So congratulations again to all that have snatched the prize in the category of employability. And thank you, Brikena, for being part of our jury panel. Moving to the next category, we have the environmental sustainability, and that one will be announced by Monica from European Youth Forum. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much. It is an honor to be here. Hold on, I don't have my camera. Maybe you see me now. Yes. Thank you so much. It has been a real pleasure to be reading all the amazing projects that have been entered in this category. We really see that many local ESNers are taking so much responsibility for environmental sustainability and making an impact in their local community, and also spreading awareness, which is really great. So it's been very hard to make a choice, I must say. And the reasoning behind the choice that was made was a really wonderful partnership between the ESN and the local green NGO, and a really good use of direct action towards environmental sustainability combined with awareness raising. So this interaction was really well done. So I want to give a very huge congratulations to the Clean Up Venice project from ESN Venezia, and to give you the floor.
Thank you for inviting us, and thank you for the awards. I'm Maria Giovanna, and today I'm here to tell you about the initiative we ESN Venezia organized between the end of September and the beginning of October 2020 to raise awareness among international students and volunteers on environmental issues and to involve them in local life. First of all, we created some infographics on advice on how to recycle and reuse some materials and how to make our daily lives more sustainable. The campaign ran for 3 days. After this part, ESN Venezia promoted 2 on-site initiatives. Regarding the first one, our section invited international students and volunteers to participate in a day dedicated to cleaning Mestre, a city that is part of the municipality of Venice. All the participants dedicated themselves to the collection and differentiation of waste and cleaning one of the most degraded areas of the Venetian mainland. It was the first time we took part in a land cleanup in Mestre. After the mainland, we promoted a day of cleaning the Venetian waters. This initiative was organized thanks to the collaboration with 4 local associations. The cleaning of the canals, the waterways of Venice, was carried out using ancient Venetian rowing boats. We boarded a carlina, a boat similar to gondola, and through some net we collected what we found on the surface of the water. Thanks to the activity, the international students, as soon as they arrived in the city, were able to experience a unique tour of Venice and to be in contact with the local people. They took part in local life, becoming volunteers themselves and contributing to the protection of the environment. Finally, for ESN Venezia, the sea is very important because it's the essence of our city. Despite sometimes the difficulty of reaching places quickly and the problem of the high tide, the uniqueness and the beauty of Venice is represented by the sea, and it is right to take care of it. Thank you on behalf of the World section for this award. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria, for a nice introduction of your activity and initiative. I'm personally a big fan of environmental sustainability and sustainable development, and seeing this in action is really something that I hope will only grow bigger within the network. But who's the second and third place, you might be asking? And the second place goes to ESN Italy for organizing ESN for Sustainability. And on the third place, we have the Sustainable Development Goals organized by ESN Hacettepe and ESN Dokuz Eylül University from Turkey. And we have also in this category 3 honorable mentions: Nature Walk by ESN Pisa, Green Writing Contest by ESN Roma Luis, and ESN Beach Cleanup by ESN Malta. So congratulations to all winners in the environmental sustainability category. And I wish you all the best in the next green events and initiatives. Moving on to the health and well-being category. This one will also be announced by Monica. So the microphone is yours.
Oh, here we go. Yes, again, I would really like to say how impressed I am by all the projects. I think this has been an especially challenging year to try to promote the health and well-being of international students. And I really think it could have been a year where it wasn't possible to do something meaningful on this topic, but instead we really saw that so many, they were stepping up. And for my note here, hold on. Could you put actually the next slide? Because I'm afraid I messed up my note. Here you go. So the Erasmus National Games by ESN Portugal is the winner. And I had in my notes that the good thing about this project was the really large outreach and making the best of a very tough situation. And I really was impressed with the way that you managed this with the project. So huge congratulations to you, and I give you the floor.
Hello. Thank you so much for your kind words, firstly. Hello, everybody. Hope everyone is well. And I would like to thank the jury for the attribution of this award in the name of ESN Portugal. So this is a national event called Erasmus National Games, built throughout diverse generations of ESNers from Portugal, and consists of a sports competition and the second and the last phase for participants to go to international Erasmus Games. And prior to the national event, we also have each section actually holds a local phase. So the Erasmus National Games are built with the help of more or less 20 ESN Portugal volunteers, and it's really good to see the teamwork. However, the event is not only based on the sports competition. Everything that we are working to enrich the concept of the event is very important for us, having diverse activities that can reach different audiences too. So last year we also had yoga and body combat classes and a demonstration by a student of a sport called Bossia, a sport that is accessible to people with disabilities as part of the event. And yet the first day consisted of a day of seminars approaching the theme of health and well-being, and we had the presence of some athletes too. And this event has evolved to be a symbol of our work towards health and well-being, and actually inclusive teamwork, and to see all international students together competing with a shirt of a different nationality. And looking to the future, we intend to explore the possibility of having employability initiatives at the same time of the event, and all these has led to a long-term cooperation with the University of Coimbra, which provide us with all spaces and materials needed. So thank you so much for everything.
Thank you, Anna, for your introduction, and thank you, Monica, for evaluating those two categories. Yeah, really appreciate your involvement. Now, let's see who the second and third place in this category is. So the second place in this category goes to Team Helpy, organized by ESN Strasbourg. And on third place, we have the Quarantine Sports Challenge by ESN Student Network TU Wien. So again, congratulations to all winners in the category of health and well-being. And thank you, Monica, for evaluation. Let's now move to the category of social inclusion. This category will be announced by Josipa from Inclusion Europe. Josipa, the microphone is yours.
Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to be here with you. Thank you very much for the invitation. And I have to agree with Monica's words where she said that it's very easy to say that last year could not be possible to do anything, and especially in terms of social inclusion, when times are so challenging and the priority is on many different things. But I'm happy to see that many ESN organizations locally, but also on the European level, have been contributing and being very active in helping the social inclusion, but also other areas that you work in. I'm also very happy to join you here as an alumnus of ESN, especially who's been working on social inclusion. Now, the Social Inclusion Award goes to an organization that really made a long-lasting impression on the local community and managed to collaborate with several other ESN organizations, local authorities, and networks. Moreover, they are recognized by the media and institutions all around Europe because of their impact and lasting cooperation. The awarded organization is ESN Greece for their project called The Hidden Cities.
Hello, everyone. I would like to thank you for
for giving us the opportunity to present our project here. As you said, it was quite difficult to organize something, but we're very glad that we did. And truly our goal was to help others. So Hidden Cities is an initiative that aims to shed light on the living conditions of people who are homeless around Europe. While we started it, we were hoping to erase the stigma that surrounds homelessness, as well as showcase the living conditions of these people after the second coronavirus wave. For this initiative, 7 national organizations and local sections participated. It was initiated and coordinated by the Erasmus Student Network Greece, in collaboration with Austria, Italy, Russia, Switzerland, the Netherlands, and the local association of ESN Hamburg. As you also mentioned, our project was officially recognized and promoted by the Greek State Scholarships Foundation, as well as the Austrian branch of the European Commission, which is something we're very proud of. Our first activity was a social tour. Social tours are tours led by marginalized groups, in our case, a homeless person, guiding Erasmus students through the lesser known parts of Athens. And it took place last July. We were hoping to repeat the tours in different European cities. However, due to the different COVID-19 restrictions in each country participating, we were unable to realize physical activities in the winter semester as planned. So we had to temporarily substitute them with 2 online activities in the weekend of November 28 and 29 within the social inclusion days. Our first online event, Hidden Stories, focused on the people who were homeless themselves. People from Athens, Vienna, Paris, Moscow, and Edinburgh shared their stories, describing how they found themselves homeless, what difficult stages they had to face, as well as how it feels to deal with discrimination and social stereotypes. The participants had the opportunity to discuss with them and engage in dialogue in order to best understand them. In our second online activity, Homelessness in Europe, we examined the topic of homelessness more through the eyes of NGOs from Zurich, Vienna, Rome, Paris, the Netherlands, Athens, and the UK, who shared their work and explained how they operate in their cities, with special emphasis on how the COVID pandemic was handled in each city. I have to apologize if I'm butchering their names. The participants had the opportunity to ask questions about what they can do to help, and the NGOs themselves had the opportunity to get to know each other and create a network of workers. We're quite happy that not only exchange students participated, but also volunteers from ESN and other NGOs. In the final part of the project, the realization of social tours in multiple cities around Europe, along with some short interviews of the tour guides and the participants, will be recorded and composed into a short documentary. Some countries, Russia, Greece, and Switzerland, have already taken steps to complete their part. All of the activities will be filmed and a short documentary will be created, demonstrating the conditions of every European city that participated in the project, always with respect and appreciation to the people who led us into their lives. Finally, a long-term social media campaign has already been launched. Following the physical events, we intend to follow up and enhance it with information and testimonies from the tours that will give us a deeper insight and the chance to shed some light on the way the homeless people live in their cities. This initiative has so far reached 150 participants, and more than 10 volunteers are working on developing ideas for it. We're hoping that by the end of the project, more than 450 people will have participated in it. Most importantly, new social tours have been established in Moscow, St. Petersburg, and Paris, giving the opportunity to more formerly or currently homeless people to find employment. So finally, and I'm sorry, it has been quite long, I would like to thank all of the volunteers who worked on it, my team, Lemonia, Algistis, Alexandra, as well as the representatives of all the countries, Lucas, Kinga, Francesco, Jan, and Manuel, as well as the NGOs who helped us realize the project. Surprise Baked, Macleska, Supertrams, Comunidades San Edigio, Serve the City Paris, Lager des Isles, Street Papers Hevia, and Invisible Cities. I would again like to thank you and apologize if I butchered any names. We're very happy that this cause is close to your heart. Thank you.
Thank you, Christina, for the introduction of very nice project. And let's see who is on the second and third place in this category. So the second place goes to Speak Coimbra from ESN Coimbra. And the third place goes to Linguistic Immersion Project with Children at Risk of Social Exclusion, organized by ESN Malaga. Congratulations to all winners in the category of social inclusion, and all the best in your future projects. Moving on, we have the category for visibility. This category will be announced by Sabina from the International Board of ESN.
Hello, everybody. As the communication manager of the Erasmus Student Network, I am very honored to be here today and to be offering this specific award. The Visibility Award is given to the most impactful or innovative campaign that fosters a positive impact of international exchange and brings recognition to the activity of the Erasmus Student Network. And the winner of 2021 received a perfect score and is raising the voice on both education and social inclusion, two of ESN's relevant fields of activity. The winner was supported in their dissemination also by education institutions in their country, and convinced us with their reach and use of multiple online channels, including live webinars and a scholarship calculator. Our evaluator, Jamie from Times Higher Education, states the campaign was incredibly organized, well thought out, and utilized so many different mediums to get the message out. It left an impression on me because it had great reach and impact. Therefore, I would like to congratulate the ESN Spain team and give them the word to tell us more about their campaign.
Okay, thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Thank you very, very much for the recognition. It's a real pleasure to receive this award during such a special event. It's really fantastic, and it makes us really, really happy, believe me. And I just wanted to say that we all know why we are volunteers. We love it, but we rarely think about the amount of work hours we invest and actually the real impact we generate in both policy and society through international students. In my case, it took me around 5 years to fully understand it. And this campaign helped me a lot to realize how important is our association for society nowadays. 3 different teams, more than 20 volunteers have managed to develop a very comprehensive study, which has allowed us to create a web repository with all information on mobility grants on our website. With, as Sabina said, with a calculator that is available to all, and that will certainly help to make more accessible information on national mobility grants and demonstrates the great potential of ESN in terms of IT and the great work of the ESN Spain IT team. All these united launched in a communication campaign that lasted for 3 months and that has counted with all kinds of content, collaborations with several institutions, and a great communication strategy that reached more than 300,000 people from all over the world. Receiving this award, it's an honor and a huge motivational boost. But the most important part of recognition is that it can help bring about real change. So that not only a few of us are the lucky ones who are able to go on exchange, and so that anyone who wants can go on exchange without relying on their family economy. It only remains me to say thank you again to the jury panel, to the network committee and the IB for the awards and the gala, to each and every one who helped us to make this possible, and especially to our association, to ESN, for giving us the opportunity to make the Erasmus program more accessible, inclusive, and for everyone. So thank you very much, and I hope you are well.
Thank you, Manuel. Thank you for introduction and sharing sharing some background information about your initiative. And thank you, Sabina, for taking the floor and announcing the winners on behalf of Jamie. Let's see who is on the second and third place now. The second place goes to ESN in Radio, organized by ESN Foggia. And the third place goes to Operation Santa, organized by ISN Amsterdam. And we also have an honorable mention that goes to ESN Czech Republic for the ESN promotion by Chinchilla. For if you would like to see the visual for those, you should visit our ESN Awards website after the ceremony. So again, congratulations to all places in the category of visibility. You all did an amazing job. Moving on to the next category, which is education. And education winner, or the winner in this category, will be announced by Tayana, the Vice President of ESN.
Thank you very much, Michal. This was supposed to be presented by our president. Unfortunately, he had some delay in the flight, so I'm going to take over. And as you may know, education is in the very core of the work of ESN. It is one of our main field of activity. So this award is also quite important. And all the submissions that we have received have been quite grand. And like with every other category, it was quite hard to choose the winners. The award was initially evaluated by Joachim from EUF. Joachim is also an ESN alumni and a previous member of the international board. One of the international boards who were here when these awards were initiated more than 10 years ago. So it was also quite nice to have him evaluating this as well and seeing how much both the awards and the network has progressed. Being one of our main fields of work, like I already said, education is quite important for us. And the award is going to one of our local sections who during these challenging times have been working hard to integrate their international students into their local culture by educating them about something very special and something that connects us all, which is language. It is also something that is quite useful for the students, but also says a lot more about the culture as well as the habits of the people who are living inside of the country. The award for the education award is going to ESN Utrecht for their language classes. So it is my pleasure to present them and give them the word in order to present and describe their project.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. My name is Lucy, and I'm speaking on behalf of ESN Utrecht. We really appreciate this recognition, especially as a recognition of the amazing work of the team of volunteers that stands behind the creation of the course and actually teaching the lessons. We organize this Dutch language course every semester in collaboration with the career services of Utrecht University. And our goal is to support the integration of international students in their host society by improving their understanding of their daily encounters and also strengthening the career prospects in the Netherlands. As I said, the course is entirely volunteer made, so the lessons are planned out and laid out in a very detailed course booklet that is then printed and given to the students. Every week, the lesson that they receive focuses on a different theme. They learn new vocabulary, new grammar structures, and also phrases useful for their daily life. And as Diana mentioned, aside from developing language skills, international students also learn about Dutch culture through the course. So the volunteers introduce them to Dutch music, They discuss Dutch TV programs, news articles. They look at fairy tales or talk about national holidays. And this fall semester, the course had 150 participants. Due to COVID-19, it was entirely online, but the volunteers made the best of it. They made sure that the lessons were still fun and engaging by using quizzes and breakout rooms. The international students really appreciate their dedication and approachability. So I would like to wrap up by saying thank you for all the amazing efforts to the teachers, and thank you to the jury for the award.
Dankjewel, Lucy, for your introduction of the online Dutch course project. And thank you, Tayana, for stepping in last minute to announce the winners in this category. Let's see who is taking the second and third place in the category of education. The second place goes to proposals for the strategy of internationalization of the Spanish universities organized by ESN Spain. And the third place goes to Education Action Plan created by ESN Portugal. We also have 4 honorable mentions in this category, and those are MAIS by ESN UCI Madrid, El Salone dello Studente or the Students' Hall, ESN Italy, Erasmus in School Guide Hungarian edition by ESN Hungary, and EISBEL Medak High School, ESN Sevilla. Congratulations again to all winners and honorable mentions in the category of education. This was the last category evaluated by our external jury. So I would like to thank again to all of them for taking on the challenging tasks, going through the submissions from all of you from the network, and selecting the winners and the honorable mentions. Thank you all. I hope you enjoyed the evaluation process, and I hope that we will stay in touch for the future as well. Let's then move to the next batch of categories. So the remaining categories have been evaluated by an internal jury panel, which is consisting of volunteers of ESN that are involved in the respective fields. The first one, we have the category of cooperation, and that one will be announced by Katerina. Katerina, the microphone is yours.
Hello, everyone. It's been an honor for me not only to be in internal jury for my first year, but also to present this award. It's great to see that local sections and national organizations, besides the whole situation, they're still trying to find ways to cooperate with each other and to find a solution to better themselves. So the Cooperation Award is awarding to the best cooperation between sections and national organizations in the network. And the winners, the 2 countries of the first place in this category, impressed us by their common goal through their long-term buddy section program to perfectly match their local sections between the 2 countries and share good practices, cooperate on joint activities, organize together platforms, exchange knowledge, and develop friendships between their local sections. And the winner for the Cooperation Award goes to French and German cooperation by ESN France and ESN Germany and their 38 local sections. Congratulations.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sofia Polidoro, and I'm a member of the French-German Cooperation Committee. We are very happy that we won the Cooperation Award, and we really thank you, Katerina, for your kind words. Our body sections program started 6 years ago with the aim of strengthening the French-German friendship at the local level, while ESN France and ESN Germany already were buddy countries. Our cooperation program counts 19 French and 19 German sections. A French and a German section are matched according to a compatibility test we created, or if they already know the section they want to be buddies with, then we bring them in contact. Therefore, the FG CoopCom facilitates the constant, smooth, and long-term communication, exchange, cooperation, and realization of common events between the two sections. Our target groups are primarily the volunteers of the ESN sections. By gaining knowledge on best practices, they can improve their local ESN sections and therefore offer a better exchange experience to the international students. The buddy sections inform each other about their news via email, and we also try to have online meetings with them on a regular basis. When possible, physical visits of volunteers take place, sometimes with the international students as well. Moreover, we started a campaign to promote intergenerational inclusion. During this project, ESN buddy sections, volunteers, and international students write digital letters to elderly people in French or German language. In this way, we want to show that ESN sections can cooperate to organize actions for the improvement of the life of the local population in general. The project is funded by the German-French Citizens Fund. The activities within the cooperation are also linked to the causes of ESN. The intergenerational inclusion project is linked to the social inclusion cause. Also, the online French-German cultural exchange events help volunteers and international students to strengthen their relations between the two countries while discovering similarities and accepting differences. Furthermore, our French-German sections promoted the health and well-being cause through common online workouts. Once every year, we organize the French-German section meeting, one year in France, the other year in Germany, during which several buddy sections have the chance to attend plenaries, workshops, exchange best practices, and enjoy their time together during the social program. Any French or German ESN section is welcome to take part in our cooperation program. We thank you again for this award.
Thank you, Sophia, for nice words about your cooperation. And I wish you all the best in the coming years and even stronger cooperation on activities. But who is on the second and third place? So the second place, we have a cooperation between ESN ASEP Bucharest, ESN Hieti Pescara, and ESN Malaga. And on third place, we have the North German sections from these German cities: Rostock, Kiel, Hildesheim, Hamburg, Göttingen, and Braunschweig, or something similar. I apologize. Congratulations to all winners in the category of cooperation. And let's move on to the next one, which is going to be fundraising. And fundraising category will be announced by Petya. Petya, the microphone is yours.
Thank you, Michal. Hi, everyone. I'm Petya, HR Chair of FICO. I'm really glad to be presenting this award. So I'm part of the jury for a second year now. And to be honest, the fundraising award is really difficult to evaluate because, yes, it is the most impactful activity or initiative collecting resources for a common cause, but it's also representing what the Erasmus students want through fundraising. So In terms of the winner, first of all, I'm really happy that the winner is a section that I can pronounce, which is really great. The other thing is that the winner of the award has managed to work with 5 commercial partners and 1 institutional partner for a common goal, providing more convenient way and support for the incoming Erasmus students with finding accommodation. Thanks to those volunteers, there is an established long-term strategy, which is beneficial for the organization, first of all, for the section itself, and second of all, for the Erasmus students. And this way, the exchange students can have one less thing to worry about prior to them coming to the lovely country of Portugal. And the winner is the housing strategy of ESN Porto. Thank you. I'm giving the floor to the winner.
Hi, hello everyone. As you can see, I'm Francisco Silva, and I'm the current partnerships manager of ESN Port. First of all, thank you so much for this award. It's such an honor also to be here present on this ceremony, and also take the chance to give the congrats on this event. I think it's going really well. Of course, before I start, I also need to say some words to my section, to ESN Porto. This is a prize from all of us, and even we don't need it. I think it works like from a proof of the work we have been developing under this past year, not only on this field, but in all the fields we have been working. So thank you so much to them as well. And now going directly to what this housing strategy and all about, and thank you, Patia, for the nice introduction. As you might know, accommodation is one of the main struggles that students face when they're going to study to another country. And every year on ESN Portal, we will receive a lot of contacts reporting some unfriendly situations regarding this topic. So knowing this, we try to face this problem, offering students a secure and quality solution for them when they are looking for accommodation here in Porto. At the same time, we could value our partners and ourselves, ESN Porto. So under this strategy, we made deals with companies related to accommodation under this specific purpose, that besides the usual conditions, it was also included an early fee that we will use that early fee to create news and better ways to promote accommodation. This is quite important. It's like the core behind this strategy, because to be successful, this campaign specific of housing, and this is really important, it's important to reach incoming students. So only reaching them, this strategy can be successful. And we know that they are knowing our advantage and they are using them. Usually we make these campaigns like biannual, and they are made through several channels. But like Peter said, this is a long-term project, although we only started to implement it last year. But we also want to extend to new partners, new types of accommodation, to increase the diversity of our offer to students, to be easy for them. Shortly, this initiative runs like a triangle of relations, where ESN Porto makes agreements with partners, with housing partners, under the core of affiliate market, where it's included, like I said, this early fee. Then with this early fee, ESN Porto can create promotional campaigns to better reach international students, promoting these accommodation partners, that students are going to use them for their own benefit, but at the same time, they are going to value our partners. And then under this ESN Porto coverage, we are going to receive a commission for the section, so that we can also invest in our needs and in our section. So this is like a win-win-win relation between all the 3 parts, and basically it works like this. Like I said, we want to extend this to increase our diversity to students, and also to see new ways to reach international students. But this is like the basis of the strategy. So it's like this. You can contact me if you want for any questions. Thank you so much again, and congrats to all the winners from all the other categories.
Thank you, Francisco, for some background information for how your initiative works. And I wish you all the best for growth, and especially the growth in the coming years. Now, let's see who is also on the 2nd and 3rd place. in the fundraising award category. So the second place goes to Charity Jam Session, organized by ESN Szeged. And the third place goes to Christmas Charity Run, organized by ESN Bonn. So congratulations again to all the winners in this fundraising category. Moving on, the next category we have is the HR. And for HR category, Susanna joined us and she will announce the winner for this. Susanna, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Michał. Hello, everyone. So today I'm honored to announce the winner of the category, which is related to all of us and without which ESN wouldn't be the stunning organization that it is today. Ladies and gentlemen, HR Award. For HR Awards, sections and countries were able to submit the best HR practices, projects or initiatives focusing on voluntary management and appreciation. Of course, the choice was not easy as there were many brilliant candidates, but there can only be one winner. The winning project helped in development of ESN sections by assessing the competences of volunteers. Special form that was filled by the volunteers has been the baseline to identify strengths and weaknesses, and then after its evaluation, ESNers were able to understand what knowledge is needed. And the winner of this year's HR Award is ESN Greece Competence Assessment Forum. Congratulations. I would like to give the floor to ESN Greece to tell a bit more about this project.
So hello, and thank you very much for the award. It would be really shame if I didn't thank, of course, the people that helped me with this project. So big thanks to Niki Moraiti, the National Training Coordinator of ESN Greece, my lovely national board, the regional coordinators of ESN Greece, and also all the local vice presidents of ESN Greece. So the idea for the competence assessment form came because we were searching for a common way to actually assess the competencies of our volunteers and also keep a track on them. So this is why we created the competence assessment form, which is the internal way in order to find the needs and also the strengths of our volunteers. It also helps them to actually set goals, personal goals, and understand their skills, the skills that actually volunteering help them to gain. And also at the same time, all the local section have a performance management tool. Furthermore, by analyzing the data, we know as ESN Greece where we have to focus and also what kind of opportunities we need to create. And also we have a way to organize our trainings. Our future plan is also to advocate this form in external organizations and all the universities of Greece, because we actually want to achieve the recognition of volunteer work. So again, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for introduction of your project. But we also have other places in this category. So I bet you're interested in who is on the second and third place. So let's see. The second place goes to Expansion Strategy 2020-2023 by ESN Portugal. And the third place goes to Empower Newbies, organized by ESN CAG. Congratulations to all three winners in this category. And let's move on to the next one, which is going to be IT. And for IT, we are joined by Bianca that will announce the winners. Bianca, please, the floor is yours.
Yes, hello everyone. For me and for us, it is always a pleasure to see so many IT projects within our network, and it really shows us that we are on the right path to digitalization of our work. So the IT Award celebrates the best IT-related practices, projects, tools, or initiatives of both local sections and national organizations. So from ITCOM side, I can say that for both me and my colleague Manuel, we found really hard to evaluate the project as we received a lot of good applications. But for the winner we have this year, really did a great job in hitting the most of the criteria. So it impressed us with the modern design, smooth navigations, and really cool features. So this being said, I would like to congratulate ESN AISBL from Poland for the Erasmus website. Congrats.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much. And I'm from the ESN SGGW in Warsaw. So first of all, on behalf of our section, thank you very much for the award and for the invitation and for the very kind words, Bianca. And apologies for any announcements you might hear in the background or my connectivity issues. Because I'm at the airport, so unfortunately not that much I can do about it right now. But let's talk about the project. So as an ESN, we have access to the usual ESN satellite website, but we decided we wanted something more with more possibilities and more modern design. So we wanted a site that we can freely develop to adapt to the needs of our foreign students at our university or ESN. So on the website, we have a lot of different functionalities, such as our events. We have an FAQ section. We have some information about our team. We have a map with interesting places to visit in Warsaw. We also, from time to time, add some situational content, such as we had another map with places which might be interesting to take some photos for the Discover Europe photography contest. We also have an account system with some specific functionalities that are only visible to our internal ESN members, but unfortunately, due to the current situation, we didn't really get to use that so far. So the website works in the PWA technology, which stands for Progressive Web App. It means that it's a website, but it can act like a web app on your phone. So you can add it to your home screen. The developer can define how it works when the user does. Importantly, the user agree to the web notifications on their mobile. An iPhone, because Apple really, but I'm not gonna get into that. So push was something that we viewed one of the most important functionalities for the website, mostly because it would make passing information about easier. Sometimes it's hard to have your Erasmus students know what they need to know for your events. As many of you know, you need to remind them multiple times all that you want to know them, all that you want them to know about the event. So we wanted to literally be able to push this information onto their screens. But in the end, also one of the most important functionalities we didn't use it much because of the fact that we weren't able to create many events because of the pandemic. We functionality, hopefully we can use it in the future. It's ready, so hopefully that will be a go. So to end my little statement with a rant, I would encourage you to use the potential the tech-savvy people you might have in your section. More important, I encourage the people who know how to code the initiative and offer creating some action, because people with code can have a hard time imagining what can be done. I'm not saying start a website because it took me hundreds of hours to code some pretty cool stuff in way less time, in just a couple of hours. If you need some hints, we'll be glad to give you some ideas. So thank you for it. Enjoy the rest of the ceremony. Bye bye.
Thank you, Kamil. Thank you for some nice words about your website and your projects and your plans. Thank you also for joining us during your travels, and safe journey to your final destination. Now, let's see who is on the second and third place for the IT category. The second place goes to ESN Germany and ESN Freiburg website created by the IT team ESN Germany. And the third place goes to ESN BUT Brno for their PandaBot. And if I remember correctly, that is a feature for Discord. So congratulations to all three winners in the IT category. And let's move on to the next one. We're growing closer, coming closer to the end. But the next one is the training category. And this one will be announced by Jens. Jens, the microphone is yours.
Thank you very much, Mika. The Training Award is awarded to those who put the development of their volunteers and Erasmus students first. Those who enrich the Erasmus experience by equipping their volunteers with the right tools and knowledge to do so. It's awarded to the best national, regional, or local training program or event of the network. We chose our winners based on their planning, more specifically how the needs of the participants were looked at and that of the network, the follow-up after the event. Can the event be redone? How was the feedback approached? What did the participants take home? Whether it utilized the tools we provide in the network to assist with training, and of course, the event itself, its impact, and its goal. In this case, the planning that went into the winning training initiative is what truly moved us and made us give them the first place. Our winner for the training award is ESN Romania's training program, Pathway to a Sustainable Development. And with this, I'll give the floor to them.
Hi, everyone. I'm Raluca, and I'm here on behalf of ESN Romania. Thank you for awarding us for our initiative. We are truly happy with this award, mainly because it's the first year we actually implement strategy towards training in our national organization, and that can only motivate us to do it even better from now on and to continue improving. Our strategy contains mainly two events, the local boards meeting and the national training event. And we had a top-down approach where we started by training the local boards. And the main theme of the training event was the motivation of the volunteers, because that was quite low in these times. And for the national training events, we focused more on all the other volunteers in the sections. And we focused on 5 essential aspects for sustainable development of the local sections. As Jens said, a lot of planning went into this, and it started with, for the first time, choosing a training coordinator for our national organization. And it involved a lot of us assessing the needs of the participants, either the local boards or the volunteers. It involved one-on-one calls with sections representatives and many, like in a format, needs assessment. So we are very, very happy with this award, and we thank you again, and congratulations to all the other winners for the other categories. Thank you.
Thank you, Raluca, and all the best for the upcoming training events that you might organize back in your country again in the future. Let's see now who is on the second and third place. So the second place goes to Coordinators Integration and Training Camp organized by ESN UEC Krakow. The third place goes to Level Up, ESN Bulgaria's spring training event organized by ESN Bulgaria. And we have an honorable mention also in this category, and that one goes to Interculture Dialogue online training organized by ESN. Congratulations to all winners in the training category. And now let's move on to the last category, which is the Network Award. And this one will be announced again by Tayana, the Vice President of ESN International. Tayana, the floor is yours.
The Network Award is the only award that is not selected by the external or internal jury. It is selected by the network. It is voted by all the sections inside of ESN, and it is selected purely by them. This year's Network Award is given out to one of the national organizations who have found a way to systematically assist the international students after the pandemic had hit us. If you remember, a year ago, at the very beginning of the pandemic, when things were quite chaotic, our international students have also found themselves in a quite tricky place where they try to find their way back home, or at least try to find their way to stay in the country of their exchange. This national organization has found a way to help them in the situation in which they were in. And I would like to congratulate ESN Spain for their project on the solidarity mechanism and allow to them to present what they did for the exchange students during this time.
Hi, thanks, Tayana. Well, good afternoon. I'm Juan Maita from ESN Spain, and today I would like to thank you all for this award in recognition of the ESN Solidarity Mechanism initiative. I would like to thank both all the section and the other nomination for all the work they have shared with us. For those of you who do not know about this initiative, it started in May 2020, in the midst of the lockdown imposed in Spain. Thousands of students were forced to leave their host city in a hurry, not knowing if they will be able to return, and consequently leaving behind many of their belongings. In this context, as a result of the need and the help requested by the student, the University of Granada offered to my section, ESN Granada, the opportunity to use our network to provide help to these students and send their belonging back. With the help of our ex-president, Juan Rayón, we managed to spread the idea throughout ESN Spain, creating a nationwide hate network. It was possible thanks to, first of all, the CEPIE, our national agency, that helped us to spread the idea all over Spain with the help of the universities. Then, thanks to our partner, DHL, who made shipping easier and cheaper. And of course, to the students, landlords, and flatmates, who helped us preparing all the packages. Last but not least, this was possible also thanks to the volunteers from ESN Spain who contacted each student, went to their homes, prepared everything, and sent back their belongings. Thanks to all of them, we managed to send hundreds of packages, helping more than 500 international students. In a nutshell, this initiative should remind us of our role in helping students, in what they really need, and listening to what they care about and what we can offer them. This initiative demonstrates the community success that is achieved when we work together. When we bring out the full potential of our network and unite all of the volunteers, institutions, and partners, we can achieve amazing things. Thank you all, and we should be very, very proud of what we do.
Thank you, Juan, for your words. And indeed, what you did was really amazing. So congratulations to all of you, to your whole team, and to ESN Spain. With this category, we have reached the end of our little online ceremony that we have made instead of our gala ceremony happening during the AGM, now EGM. And now in the coming minutes, all the winners and some more details about the activities, the initiatives that have received an award will be available on our website, awards.esn.org. So after the ceremony, or maybe slightly later, you will all be able to read more and get inspired I would like to again thank our external jury for evaluating the categories that fall within the field, for selecting the winners, and for joining us today during the online ceremony. So thank you again. Next to them, I would also like to thank our volunteers that that took also on the evaluation tasks and joined us to evaluate the rest of the categories and formed the internal jury. And now, as the last thing, I would like to invite Tayana, the Vice President of ESN International, again, to give us a closing speech of this ESN Award Ceremony 2021.
Yes, thank you very much, Michal. And thank you very much to everyone who have joined us during the stream as well as here on Zoom. As Michal already mentioned, unfortunately, we could not meet together in a big room during the ceremony. Those of you who have experienced it before, you know what an amazing feeling it is to be in a room with 1,000 people who are celebrating your success. And I do hope that in the next years, this is going to be possible for all of you because it is a truly motivational and inspiring moment. And it has been for many volunteers before. This year, we have received more than 250 applications for the ESN Awards, which is quite nice. And we are thankful for that because it shows the strength of the network and how much you have managed to achieve even throughout these challenging times. And if we can achieve this much throughout the year that is not in the best conditions, then imagine how much we can achieve under the normal conditions that we usually operate with. And I think that this speaks a lot about your capabilities as well as your love and everything you do for the exchange students as well as for the volunteers inside of the network. Also, we only heard from some of the winners here. And as you could have seen, there is only 3 places for each category and some of the honorable mentions, but there are so many others who have applied and whose initiatives are still quite good. And we would encourage them to keep working on them and keep improving and keep applying for the future years. Of course, there are many other sections and national organizations who are doing wonderful things and who have not applied their initiatives. However, they should still be mentioned and encouraged to apply in the future. Like Michal said, everything is going to be available in a few minutes on awards.esn.org. So you're going to be able to access it, read more about the awards, as well as disseminate it through your national networks, to your sections, but also externally. The recording of the ceremony will also be made available, so you can disseminate it outside of the network if you would like to send it to your IROs or national agencies or whoever else you might have in mind. Thank you very much for applying, and thank you very much for participating during this ceremony. Congratulations again to all of the selected winners. And thank you very much to our jury, both our volunteers who have evaluated the award, but also to our external jury and the members of other organizations who have been looking through your submissions. Thank you very much for joining. And with this, the award ceremony is officially closed.
Thank you, Tayana, for the closing. And indeed, read more, keep applying, keep improving. You are all doing an amazing job. So thank you also from me.